Hello friends, as I already told you that in trigonometric ratios we are going to understand the relationship between the sides and angles. So for that, in your textbook they have given an activity here. Let's perform the same activity. Draw a horizontal line on a paper. Let the initial point be A and mark other points B, C, D and E at a distance of 3 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 9 centimeters, 12 centimeters respectively from A. Okay. So here when you see, I have just whatever they told us to draw, I have just did the same thing. Okay. So from the point A, you can see here, from the point A to B. Here you can see it is at a distance of A to B, it's a distance of 3 centimeters. From A to C, the distance is 6 centimeters. From A to D, it is 9 centimeters. And from A to E, it is 12 centimeters. Okay. A to B, it is 3. A to C, it is 6. And A to D, it is 9. And A to E, it is 12 centimeters. They told us to draw. I have just drawn the same thing. After that, what did they ask us to do? You can see here. They asked us to draw the perpendiculars BP, CQ, DR and ears of lengths 4 centimeters, 8 centimeters, 12 centimeters, 16 centimeters from the points B, C, D and E respectively. So from the point B, you have to draw a perpendicular. It means what? The perpendicular should be 100% vertical such that it makes 90 degrees with this line. Okay. So same thing I did. So from the point B, I have just drawn a perpendicular here 4 centimeters. Okay. After that, from C, I have drawn a perpendicular 8 centimeters. You can see here. From D, it is 12 centimeters. Yes, you can see here. Again from E, it is 16 centimeters. So it is 15 till here. Again I have extended 1 centimeters here. As simple as such. So here, after that, they told that the other end of the perpendicular point, it's nothing but vertical line. So this vertical line other end point, they have named it as P, Q or S. Let's write the same thing here. Let's write the alphabets as P, Q or S. So this is P they told. It is Q. It is R. And the last one it is S. Okay. So in the next step, what did they ask us to do? Then join AP, AQ, QR and RS. So now with the help of a scale, you have to join like this. Okay. From A to P, P to Q, Q to R and from R to S. You just draw a line such that all the points form on the line which you draw. Let's draw that now. You can see here I have just joined AP, AQ, AR and AS. Correct? Sorry, AP, PQ, QR and RS. So I have just joined the line. After that, what did they ask us to do here? Let's see. Find the lengths of AP, AQ, AR and AS. Let's do the same thing with the help of the scale. Let's measure the lengths here. When you see here with the help of the scale, I'm going to find the lengths. So from the point A to, you can see here from the point A to P, what is the length here? It is 5 centimeters, correct? So this is 5. It's 5. So write the same thing. AP it is 5. Let's find for AQ. So this alone it is 5. So from A to Q. From A to Q here you can see. Just a minute. Yeah, it's 10, correct? It is 10 centimeters. So it is what? This is 10 centimeters. From A to R, the help of a scale again. So from the point A to R, it's 15. Correct? From the point A to R, it's how much it is? It is 15. So write the same thing here. From the point A to R, it's 15 centimeters. Okay. From the point A to S we need to find. So put a scale here. So what will I do? I will just show you a small logic. So from the point R to S, what is the distance here from the point R to S? It's 5. Correct? It's 5. So this AS is nothing but 15 plus 5. Simple, it is 20. This is from A to S, it is 20 centimeters. So we got it. So AP is 5, AQ is 10, AR is 15 and AS is 20 centimeters. So we have found out here, we have found out the values also. So find AP, AQ, AR, AS, we found it. So here length of the hypotenuse, length of opposite side, length of adjacent side, opposite side by hypotenuse, adjacent side by hypotenuse. They have given here 5 columns. See here, these columns they have given. When you see how many triangles are there, let me show you in the drawn figure which we drawn here. When you see here, how many triangles here it's formed, you can see here. One is triangle ABP, correct? Other one is triangle ACQ, other one is triangle ADR, and the last one it is AES. So totally 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles are formed. So that's why they have given here 5 columns. So let's write it here in the columns only. One is, write with the pencil or pen, it's up to you. So first it is what? It is triangle ABP, and the other one is triangle ACQ. Third one it is triangle ADR, and fourth one it is triangle AES. Okay. So for triangle ABP, what is the length of the hypotenuse? Here we have found out, right? For triangle ABP, hypotenuse is 5 centimeters. So write the same thing here. Length of hypotenuse, it is 5 centimeters. For ACQ, for triangle ACQ, what is the length of hypotenuse? It is 10, 15, 20. Write the same thing here. For ACQ, it is 10 centimeters. For ADR, it is 15 centimeters. For AES, it is 20 centimeters. After that, length of opposite side. What is opposite side? I have told you in the introduction video. So if the angle is theta here, opposite to the angle theta, whatever side is there, that is called opposite side. It means we have to write here length of BP, QC, RD and RE. Let's see here what is their length. So they told that this we have drawn with the help of the measurements they have given, right? It is 4 centimeters. This is 8 centimeters. You can see in the activity, I will show you once again. 8 centimeters. This we have drawn it as how much? It is 12 centimeters. And this last one, it is 16 centimeters. This is 16 centimeters, correct? So from here to only this point. Yeah. To this point, it is what? It is 16 centimeters we have drawn. We can see here. BP, CQ, CR and ES we have drawn. So for this theta, this is the opposite side and AB is the adjacent side. I told you already. So for the triangle ABP, what is the opposite side? It's BP. What is that length? Length of opposite side, it is what? It is 4 centimeters. And the second triangle, it is what? It is 8 centimeters. Because here they have told, and in the diagram here also we have drawn it. Remember 4, 8, 12 centimeters and 16 centimeters we have drawn. Length of adjacent side. So for this theta, what are the adjacent sides? It is AB, AC, AD and AE for the 4 triangles. Correct? So for AB, what is the length here? From A to B it is 3, from A to C it is 6, from A to D it is 9 and from A to E it is 12. Let's write the same thing here. 3 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 9 centimeters and 12 centimeters. After that, opposite side by hypotenuse. It means what? 4 by 5. Correct? It is 4 by 5. For this, what is that? What does it become? 8 by 10. How can we write it as? 2 4s are 2 5s are. It becomes 4 by 5 again. Here also 12 by 15. How can we write this? 3 4s are 3 5s are. It becomes again 4 by 5. So last one, it is 20 by, sorry, opposite side by hypotenuse, right? So it is 16 by 20. 4 4s are 4 5s are. It becomes 4 by 5. When you see here, the ratio is same. It's 4 by 5, 4 by 5, 4 by 5 and 4 by 5. The same way, let's write for adjacent side by hypotenuse also. What is adjacent side? Here we have written it as 3 by 5. One is 3 by 5. What is the second one? 6 by 10. So 6 by 10. 2 3s are 2 5s are. It becomes 3 by 5. So third one, adjacent side, it is 9 by 15. Correct? 9 by 15. 3 3s are 3 5s. That becomes what it is again, 3 by 5. Okay. Fourth one, it is 12 by 20. Fourth one, it is what? It is 12 by 20. 4 3s are 4 5s. So when you see here the ratios, it's 3 by 5, 3 by 5, 3 by 5 and 3 by 5. All the ratios are same. Opposite side by hypotenuse and adjacent side by hypotenuse also you got the same ratios. Then find the ratios of BP by AP they told. BP by AP means what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. We performed, right, for all the 4 triangles. So BP by AP, CQ by AQ, DR by AR and ES by AS. See, we performed that. Did you get the same ratio as 4 by 5? Yes, you got the same thing. Similarly, try to find out the ratios of AB by AP. What is AB by AP? It's nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. Correct? See, this we found out. What do you observe? Here also, same ratio of 3 by 5. Same ratio of 3 by 5. We observe the same thing. So, after that, here what did they trying us to explain? Defining the trigonometric ratios. So in the above activity, when you observe right angle triangles ABP, see in the figure, this is the figure, let me explain you. So right angle triangles ABP, ACQ, ADR and AES. Yeah, just a second. See, right angle triangles ABP, ACQ, okay, ACQ, ADR and AES. Okay, 4 triangles I told you, and here also I have mentioned here 4 triangles, 4 right angle triangles, because the perpendiculars are drawn from the points B, right? From the points B, C, D, E, we have drawn the perpendiculars. So that's why all the 4 triangles are right angled triangles. So here when you see in all the triangles here, angle A is theta. This is common. In the figure you can see here. Here theta is there, that is common. Okay. When you see, let me show you separately here. I am drawing here for understanding purpose. This is ABD. Okay. ABD. Other one is ACE. Third one is what? It is it is AC what? This is P, ABP, ACQ. This is what? It is ADR. Correct? ADR. And the fourth triangle will be like this. It is what? AES. AES. All are right angle triangles. Since here BP, CQ, DR and ES are perpendiculars. So when you see angle A is same, theta, 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 theta. So in all the 4 right angle triangles, when you see 2 angles of one triangle are similar to the 2 angles of all the triangles, it means what? All the 4 triangles are similar to each other as per A similarity criterion. Correct? So, or else you can understand it in a different way. That is, I will show you. See, if one angle is theta, other angle is 90 degrees. So, sum of angles should be what? It is theta plus 90. We don't know this, right? So I'm assuming it as x equals to 180. Sum of angles should be 180. So what does x becomes? X equals to 180 degrees minus 90 minus theta, that is equals to x will become 90 degrees minus theta. This is 90 minus theta. It means angle formed at P is what? It is 90 minus theta. Since here two angles are same, obviously third angle will be same, 90 minus theta and 90 minus theta. Here also it is 90 minus theta is formed. Correct. So let's see here. We observe here the triangles are similar because angle A is common and B, C, D, E are 90 degrees. PQ, RS are also equal. Why this is equal here? PQ, RS is equal because when you apply here sum of angles property, it becomes the third angle will be equal. Clear? So even when you don't want to check the third angle also, obviously by A similarity the third angle will be, obviously it will become equal only. So here all the triangles are similar to each other. Okay, by AAA similarity or AA similarity, anything is same. So here triangle ABP, triangle ACQ, triangle ADR and triangle AES are similar triangles or similar triangles. So then we observe the ratio of opposite side of angle A and hypotenuse in a right angle and the ratio of similar sides in another triangle is found to be constant in all the above right angle triangles ABP, ACQ, ADR and AES. See here, what did they tell here? The ratio of opposite side of angle A and hypotenuse, it means this, right? So and hypotenuse here in all the right angle triangles. So when you see here all the four triangles are similar. That's what we have found out till now. In all the similar triangles, the ratios is also constant. Correct? The ratios is constant in all above right angle triangles. So here, and the ratios of BP by AP, BP by AP, CQ by AQ, and DR by AR and ES by AS can be simply named as sin A or simply sin A in those triangles. So here in the table which we filled in the textbook, it shows that the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse is constant in all the four right angle triangles. Did we observe it, right? We observed that. So what does it mean? It means that it is BP by AP. Correct? So write the same thing here. BP by AP, comma, CQ by, see here, BP by AP is CQ by AQ. CQ by AQ and DR by AR, comma, ES by AS. So what is this? It is side opposite to angle theta. This is called opposite side by hypotenuse. We have seen that opposite side by hypotenuse, all the ratios are constant, which we got it as 4 by 5, right? Which we got it as 4 by 5. So these all ratios can be named as sin A. That is what here they have given. You can see. So can be named as sin A or simple sin A in those triangles. So here sin A, these are all called as sin A because here the angle is theta. You can refer it as theta or you can write it simply as A, but here general notation irrespective of the angle formed here, we have to refer this as sin A or sin A. Here the angle formed is theta. So in the place of A, you can just substitute theta. So here you can see if the value of angle A is x, so then the ratio will be sin x. So whatever the angle is formed at A, you can just replace that angle in the place of A. That's it. So hence we can conclude that the ratio of opposite side of an angle and the length of the hypotenuse is constant in all the similar right angle triangles this ratio is named as sine of that angle. So when you see here in the triangle, they told that BP by AP is called as the sine. What is BP by AP? It's nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. Correct. So that means what can we tell here? We can tell that. So sine A equals to BP by AP. I am just referring only in one triangle so that it's easy to understand for you. In triangle ABP, sine A equals to BP by AP. They told that to refer this ratio as sine A. What is this sine BP? It's nothing but opposite side of angle A by hypotenuse, that is equals to, write the same thing here, opposite side of angle A divided by hypotenuse. So we got the sine A, sine of the angle A, we got the formula as opposite side of angle A by hypotenuse. This is the formula that they want to conclude. Okay, we concluded that the ratio of opposite side of an angle A and the length of the hypotenuse is constant. So is also constant. You can see here this is constant. So that's why this is named as sine A. Okay, because here this ratios are also constant and this ratios are also constant. So they just equated this two and referred it as sine of that angle. Similarly, when you see here adjacent side by hypotenuse, and for the triangles, what is the adjacent side here? So AB, AC, AD and AE. These are all the adjacent sides. So when you see AB is AB by AP, AB by AP, AC by AQ and AD by AR and AE by AS are also constant. Correct? That's nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. So from that, for the triangles, what can we refer the same thing? Here they told that since, I'm just showing it to you in the diagrammatic point of view. When you see here, they told AB by AP, AC by AQ, AD by AR and AE by AS are also constant. That has to be referred as, see here. So the ratios are to be named as cosine A or simply cos A in those triangles. So from this, what can we write? We can write that cosine A or cos A equals to these ratios. What are those ratios? AB by AP, or AC by AQ or AD by what is that? AD by AR or AE by AS, correct? Or AE by AS, correct? So they told that this has to be referred as these ratios are all constant. You can see here the ratios of these ratios are found to be constant, and these ratios of adjacent side of angle A and the hypotenuse in the right angle triangles ABP, ACQ, ADR and AES. So these are constant here. These ratios will be named as cosine A or cos A, correct? So here, what is this AB? So when you see here in the figure, this AB is named as adjacent side of angle A, that is equals to adjacent side of angle A. What is this AP here? I am just referring you only in one triangle, okay? Same thing here. In triangle ABP, cos A equals to what? It's AB by AP. AB by AP. What is AP here? It's nothing but adjacent side of angle A. What is AP? It's nothing but hypotenuse. Length of hypotenuse it is. When you see here, Hence, we also conclude that the ratio of adjacent side of an angle A and the length of the hypotenuse is constant in all similar right angle triangles. It's constant. This ratio is named as cosine of that angle. These are also named as cosine of that angle. Similarly, the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side of an angle is constant. See, when you see here, opposite side is it is 4 by 5. Adjacent side is 3 by 5. From this, what can we write? We can write that when you see here, all the ratios are constant. So in the next step, what will I do? Just for your understanding, I am just putting here. When you see, put this as 1 and the other one as 2 here. What is your opposite side by hypotenuse, adjacent side by hypotenuse? Let me explain this you very briefly now. So, when you consider this opposite side by hypotenuse, correct, and adjacent side by hypotenuse, we have considered this as first sub column and this as second sub column. So when you divide this by this, let's see what do we get. We'll get opposite side by hypotenuse by adjacent side by hypotenuse. So what does it become? Hypotenuse will be cancelled off and you'll be getting what? It is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So when you see here, I have just told you the general formula. But when you see what is the 4 by 5, let's apply the same thing here. So what does it become? Opposite side by hypotenuse, what is the ratio? It is 4 by 5 in the same way. Adjacent side by hypotenuse, the ratio is 3 by 5. When the 5 will be cancelled off, we'll be getting the ratio as 4:3. So this will be same for all the 4 triangles, okay. It will remain same for all the 4 triangles. The new ratio will be what? It will be 4 by 3. 4 by 3. See here, this we have referred it as sin A, correct? Previous discussion, we referred this as sin A and this we referred it as cos A. So, we just divided sin A by cos A, correct? Sin A by cos A. When we divide this, we get this as opposite side by adjacent side. So, this division, this ratio is referred as tan A. So, here, the same thing they told that. Similarly, the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side of an angle is constant and it can be named as tangent of that angle. See here, same thing I have taken. The ratio of opposite side by adjacent side of an angle is constant, that is the ratio is constant, and hence this is referred as, this opposite side by adjacent side is referred as tan A. Correct? It's nothing but tangent of that angle. Here the angle in the figure we have taken it as angle A. So that's why we are referring this as tangent of that angle. That is tangent of angle A. So here in the ratios where we have written, what does tangent A becomes? It's nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. Let's write the same thing there. Yeah. Here with the explanation which I shown you. So tan A is nothing but opposite side of angle A by adjacent side of angle A, which can be written as sin A by cos A. Correct? So till now it's clear, right? Sin A, it is clear. Sin A is opposite side of angle A by hypotenuse. Cos A is adjacent side of angle A by hypotenuse. And tan A is what? Opposite side of angle A by adjacent side of angle A, which is also referred as sin A by cos A. So these three we are all learned till now. So there are inverse ratios. What are all the inverse ratios? Let me explain you. See here, let me explain you the inverse ratios with the help of the diagram here. So here I have taken a right angle triangle ABC such that angle A we have taken as reference and right angle is formed at B. So sin A, it's nothing but opposite side of angle A by hypotenuse, which can be written as BC by AC. Cos A is adjacent side of angle A by hypotenuse, which can be written as AB by AC. and tan A is nothing but opposite side of angle A by adjacent side of angle A, which can be written as BC by AB. So there exists inverse ratio for three of them. So the inverse ratio of sin A is, so cosecant A, cosecant A, which can also be termed as, like this we can write, cosec A. It's equals to 1 by sin A. It's nothing but multiplicative inverse. It's nothing but 1. If what is the multiplicative inverse of x? We know that it's 1 by x. In the same way, what is multiplicative inverse of sin A? It's nothing but 1 by sin A, which we have to name as cosecant A. So same thing. Inverse of sin A, it becomes what? Cosecant A equals to. So cosecant A equals to, what is sin A? Inverse. So cosecant A becomes what? It is hypotenuse by opposite side of angle A. Angle A. What is hypotenuse here? It's AC by BC. AC by BC. This is cosecant. Just inverse of sin A. In the same way, there exists multiplicative inverse of cos A. That is referred as secant A, or it is named as SCC, sec A. That is equals to what? It is inverse of, multiplicative inverse of cos A. It's nothing but 1 by cos A. Same thing. It becomes what? Secant